Coming up in this video, I'm going to be interviewing a 9-year veteran of the travel industry. Let's go. All right, everyone. My name is Jarrett-Jamal Davis with JarrettJamalDavis.com, and on this channel, I create videos on a weekly basis with tips and strategies to help you create an income online so you can live the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. Now, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of my new videos. But listen, we got a special one today. Actually, I'm going to be interviewing not only my business partner, but this guy is my uncle. He is a Marine. He is a father. And listen, he's been in the travel industry for over 9 years. So today we're just going to be doing an interview just to talk about that experience for anyone who's actually looking to become a travel agent from home. So how you doing, Corey?
Hey, I'm spending time with you. I'm doing great.
That's what I'm talking about. So what I want to start off with is I actually want to find out, what really made you want to get into the travel industry in the first place?
Ooh, man. So let me tell you, I'm going to have to get comfortable on this one.
Yeah, let's get comfortable.
So I'm going to say it's God, man.
Okay.
As you know, I'm a consummate entrepreneur.
Okay.
All my life, I went to college, did the whole education thing, learned what I would consider what would put food on my table, right? Mm-hmm. That was the go to college and get a degree, the typical thing that everybody is told and learns.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We're not knocking that part. But I've always had a desire and a love to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And so back in the day, I had another business that was in the mobile app world. This is when, as you can see, I've been around a while. When smartphones first came out, mobile apps were the thing, right?
Okay,
they were like, if you have a business and don't have a mobile app, that was like having a business and not having a website, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So we were selling mobile apps. Long story short, the mobile app business, our supplier, we had like supply chain issues with the mobile app situation. And I started getting a little frustrated and I said, you know what? I did not know anybody that was a travel agent. And honestly, I didn't even know you could book travel from home.
Yeah.
So this is why I say it was God, right? I said, you know what? I'm gonna get in the travel industry. I don't know where that thought came from, but I was kind of Googling it, looking around, trying to figure some things out.
Yeah.
And strangely enough, I did not find it on Google. I mean, I kind of saw some stuff, but kind of left it alone. I went to buy some furniture.
Okay.
At the furniture store, and the guy that was helping me pick out the sofa, lamps, whatever it was, we were talking as it was like time to check out, and I was trying to get him into the mobile app business, right?
Okay.
And so I built this website for him, and I called him up and I said, hey, go check out the website I put together for you.
Yeah.
And so, strangely enough, I was pre-positioning myself, right? I had made a banner ad that I put at the top of this website that was like a demo. That said, if you're interested in being a travel agent, contact me. But I wasn't in the business yet.
You're trying to see if it was gonna really work.
I'm like trying to test the waters, whatever. So the guy says to me, I'm looking for the website you made to see how it is. But I only see this banner for my travel business. And I said, what? You must be on the wrong. And I was like, you in travel? And he says, yeah. And I said to him, I only got 2 questions for you. Is it legit and does it work?
Okay.
And the guy said, yeah. And I trusted him, right? He was a church going kind of guy, whatever. So I'm like, okay, he ain't gonna lie to me.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm thinking, right? And it had to be the easiest sign up he has ever done because I said, give me your link.
Yeah.
Like, how do I get started?
Yeah.
How much, whatever. He was, I was like, I don't need to see nothing else. Just give me your link.
Okay.
And I signed up that night.
Okay.
And man, I've been coasting and rolling ever since then, right? Because again, when you have an entrepreneurial spirit, your desire to learn
Yeah.
overcomes your desire to have fear.
No, most
And
definitely, most definitely.
I dove in feet first, and man,
Well, let me ask you this then. As you dove in those many years ago, what would you say has actually changed back then from becoming a travel agent to now?
honestly, the process is probably still the same, right? The industry. So I think what people misunderstand about travel sometimes or business is they will think that, and this is the case in some places, but like things are proprietary, like, oh, they're going to come up with it, I got to do it their way.
Yeah,
But
yeah, most definitely.
many times what people don't understand, for example, is like when they book travel, no matter where they book it, a commission's already baked into the price.
Okay,
So they're
okay.
thinking like, oh, I don't want to use a travel agent because I'm gonna pay too much with the If you see something on the internet for $5.99, I'm going to charge you $5.99
For that same.
because my commission's already in the $5.99. Whether you pay the $5.99 to me or whether you pay it to Expedia, they already have the commission baked into the $5.99.
Okay.
So stop doing work that you don't need to do when you can have me do it for you. But I digress. So that's where I think when I say it's the same, the way the industry pays us has been that way like forever, ever.
Yeah.
And so when people are searching for stuff on the internet, it's the same, right?
Okay.
Like they're gonna pay us the same way. Only thing they're doing is when we make a reservation for somebody, they are paying us for making the reservation,
Gotcha.
not having the client have to pay more money because we did the work for them. So it's
Makes
kind of a
sense.
trade-off, right? The hotels and the airlines and the rental car companies don't have to go out and hire, 400 people to work in a call center
Yeah.
that's, taking phone calls. They're like, okay, if the travel agents go out and get us clients, we will compensate them because we've already factored it into the price that we're going to charge for that hotel room.
Perfect. Well, let me ask you this then. With that experience and things of that nature, let me ask you this. How has training elevated from back then to now? Because I know a lot of people are going to be watching this, and the biggest thing is most people already say, well, look, I've been booking stuff for people. I already feel like a travel agent. So, this is something I've really been looking into because I'm always booking like family vacations, family destinations, things for my friends, my own travel. What would you speak to when it comes to the type of training that someone has already been doing on these websites, but now they are actually a real travel agent?
So I'd probably say when it comes to training, obviously, if you can book travel for your friends and family already and you aren't getting paid, then that is the difference, right?
Okay.
You're doing the work, you're not getting paid. As they say, how do they frame that? The difference between an amateur and a professional is a professional gets paid.
Okay.
So you already know how to book travel.
Exactly.
When it comes to training, I think what we do is we provide training, probably every day of the week in some fashion, whether it's vendor specific or whether it's industry specific or whether it's a way to be able to make more money doing what you're already doing, right?
Yeah.
So obviously the internet and technology has allowed us to, a lot of times people say, well, I'm too busy, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Well, now
Yeah.
we might offer a training, let's just say at 7 p.m. on Tuesday evening,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you live in California, but we're talking about 7 p.m. Eastern.
Exactly.
But the training's recorded, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
now, when you get off work, you fed your kids, you put them to bed, you do whatever, you can go right back online, look at that recording that we did 3 hours earlier or 3 days earlier.
Okay.
And, a lot of it's self-paced.
Yeah.
So that gives you the opportunity to learn when you're available versus saying, oh, I got 2 jobs, 3 jobs, I don't have time. You've got time somewhere. If you're really passionate about learning how to make money in this industry and get rid of one of those jobs you hate to go to anyway, then you take the time to look at those videos, and then you will start to realize probably the tips and secrets that people always ask us. Oh, so what's the insider tip, whatever. For the
Yeah.
Well, you learn that kind of stuff in the training. But at the end of
Exactly.
the day, I'll go back to say, stop booking travel through Expedia because you're paying them the same amount of money that I'm going to tell you it costs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Expedia will only give you a price.
Exactly.
I will give you a price and advice.
Well, let me ask you that. Of course, we know at this point, we're past the pandemic. People kind of still like we're still slightly in a pandemic. What would you say to someone who's asking, is there still money to be made in the travel industry? Do people even really make real money in the travel industry?
Well, definitely we make real money. I'm going to go back to more about being an entrepreneur than a travel agent, right?
Okay.
In the sense that I think this is what helps people understand where we're coming from, because fear, like I mentioned earlier, is what will make people say, well, I don't want to spend my money to become a travel agent because nobody's traveling right now due to the pandemic, or the pandemic is not over, or whatever. Honestly, what's this, 2023 now?
Yep.
So pandemic was in 2020, like full throat 2020, 2021 may have been the first time that they said, like, okay, we made up some rules about, people flying on airplanes and going to other countries and entry, and how do you get into another country, and what do you got to do to come back home. And 2021, middle of the pandemic, best year ever.
Best year ever.
And it was the middle of because from an entrepreneurial standpoint, right? Yeah, people get nervous. Oh, they want to quit. They want to, because I don't think I'm going to make any money. But what they didn't realize from a business standpoint is we get the training every week, every day. We have relationships with all the major vendors.
Okay.
So we know, well, if you want to go to Jamaica, here are the requirements, right? If you want to go to the Dominican Republic, here are the requirements. Oh, you want to come back home? Then you're going to have to do this. Most people were tired of being cooped up in the house for all of 2020 and not being able to go anywhere, talk to anybody, touch anything, that when the U.S. said, the doors of the church are open, they would call me and say, where can I go? Do I need to have a vaccine or not? And so this isn't about whether you took the vaccine or not. What they want to know is, if I give you my money, do I need to take a vaccine, right? Or I have the vaccine, where can I go?
Exactly.
And they don't want to lose their money. So as a travel professional, I'm able to say, oh, okay, what's your budget? Oh, do you have a vaccination or not? Yay or nay? Okay, no? Okay, well, then I got this list over here. These are places that may say don't require vaccination. Oh, you do? Oh, then you can go to all these places, and you got to do this, and this that we need to prepare for you to go on your trip. When's your trip? And so at that point, you are the professional, you are the authority, you are the person that's giving them all the information that they need. So that's why in the middle of a pandemic, it turned out to be one of the best years ever, because now everybody's coming to you going, where can I go? What do I need to do? How much is this going to cost?
Exactly.
Expedia ain't doing all of that. Expedia is just going to say, hey, look, you got $1,800.
Yeah.
I'll sell you a ticket. Oh, you bought a ticket to a country you can't go in? My bad. Like that's why you use a travel agent.
All right, so that was great. That was awesome. But I want to pivot a little bit. Looking at the fact that you are actually, you still have a career, you still have a job. What are your goals this year in 2023 as a travel agent?
So I'd say, again, I'm going to go back to being an entrepreneur, right? My goal is focused on setting myself up for retirement. I have 2 kids that are within the next 2 to 4 years will be going to college.
Okay.
A lot of people struggle with, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay for this? That type of thing. And so my goal is to always create a stream of revenue so that when those days come, that my kid comes to me and says, "Hey, Dad, I need $8,000 this semester to pay for whatever, college room and board, books, whatever that's gonna pay for, or more."
Yeah.
That is not gonna be oh my God, well, you can't go to college, right?
Yeah.
Most people, again, you go back to, am I going to make money or can I make money booking travel?
Yeah.
If I have a kid that's getting ready to go to college in 2 years, I ain't wasting my time doing something I can't make money at, right?
Definitely.
Because I'm going to need money.
Exactly.
And so my goal is to make sure that I'm financially set with the ability to pay for things like that, right? Okay. And also make enough money doing these things that will allow me to not only pay for college, but continue to live a lifestyle that I want to live at the same time. Because many times people, and there's nothing wrong with this, the way I'm going to say it, but they don't have to do this, which is they're going to give up their own dream of being able to relax, retire, or do something else because they go, oh, well, I got, people all tell me all the time, well, you can't retire. You got kids getting ready to go to college.
Yeah, yeah.
It's your video. I ain't going to cuss. Right? But that may be true that they're going to go, but that doesn't mean that you can't earn revenues that say, I'm going to not have to wake up and go to somebody else's job. Yeah. I'm going to write a check to my kid to pay for whatever they need to do in school or college. And I'm still going to be able to live my own lifestyle and say, I want to take a trip to Costa Rica, Bora Bora, whatever, and not have to say, I can only have one or the other.
No,
but that comes with a passion for wanting to learn, a desire to learn how other agents do things, right? So that way you share ideas and then you go, you know what? I've been booking travel for my cousins or aunts or whatever for years, but I never thought if I do this, I could earn 7 times more than I've been, one, you weren't earning anything. You were just booking it for free.
Exactly.
Or maybe they gave you a little love offering or something for doing it, but that's unlikely.
Exactly.
But now you don't have to charge your family anything extra, right? Because the vendors are going to pay you to make the same reservation you've been making already.
Exactly. So look, that's some great information. But you know what? At this point, I want you to close us out. Close us out and talk to someone, like I said, who's looking at this video, who's really on the fence. They've been doing their research, but of course, whether they're looking for the perfect host agency or waiting on the right time, the right opportunity, what would you say to that person who is doing their research, who is looking at that video right now? What kind of tips or what kind of push could you give that person to say, man, let's just go ahead and get started?
As Nike says, just do it. Right? If you watch this video from the very beginning, I mentioned I came into this industry, I don't want to say by accident, but I knew absolutely no one. I think, the difference for people now is that you've got YouTube, you've got these, social media channels out there that help you find people like us that can give you the real, right? Yeah. And the real is that we do make money, we do offer travel, we do offer training. Just like you looking at this video, you're gonna find some other video of somebody who wasn't passionate about what they do. Yeah. They did not put in the work. They're gonna tell you, oh my God, this don't work, this, that, and the other. But look at how many people it did work for that actually took the time to put in the effort, right? To learn something new. Because I will say this, look at not just the people that are naysayers with their videos. And full disclosure, there are some people on YouTube, if you really look at their channel, all of their videos are about why such and such doesn't work. That's their hustle. Is I'm going to make a video about why selling travel doesn't work. I'm going to make a video about why selling paparazzi jewelry doesn't work. Like, that's what they do for views. So you cannot trust everything people say out there about, oh, this don't work, right? So I would say That's fine, you do your research. But at the end of the day, what happens is we go out, we're passionate about what we do, we learn new stuff, we network with each other, and we grow. So don't have fear. Sometimes you have to take a leap of faith, and that's where the magic is made, right?
Yeah.
You take a leap of faith, you're gonna meet people that you never probably would have met in your life, and those people are gonna be able to impart and share information with you that may just change your life. I can tell you, me being in this industry is life-changing, because when I got into the industry, I brought my family into the industry, and now we get to work together, make money together, and travel together.
Yeah.
So, why not travel and then be able to defer some of that cost? Consult your tax advisor. But defer some of that cost and just enjoy time together, right? Instead of, nobody wants to go to work at a retail outlet somewhere together. But if we can be on the beaches together, hanging out, right, drinking drinks with the little umbrellas in them, yeah, it's some good times. So I would say take the leap of faith, man. You got nothing to lose. There are no contracts that are going to lock you into something, because I think that's a fear for people.
Yeah.
Is that they're going to get locked into something, and then, oh my God, I'm going to have to pay this money for the next 8 years in order before I can get out of it, or you're going to sue me or mess up my credit, or it's not that kind of party, right? Just get into it, and I'd say plug in, interact with the people, and it will probably change your life for the better.
All right, well, listen, you can't close it out no better than that. I tell you what, Corey, how can people reach you if they want to get in contact with you?
If you want to get in contact with me, I'd probably say the easiest way to do so is to go to my website, which is makeitavacation.com. And on that site, you can find my contact information, email address. There might even be a chat button on there. Connect with me on Facebook. You can go to Facebook, facebook.com/makeitavacation.
All right, well, listen, we're going to put all of his links in the description of this video. And listen, if you got value from today's video, make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And other than that, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.